Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a good week. Thankfully, it's almost the end of the week, the first week of February. And I wanted to send out a little message to everybody just because we are looking at a pretty cold weekend coming up here in Calgary. Supremely cold. And you might be wondering what to do when it's a really cold weekend and the restrictions haven't been eased yet. That doesn't happen until I think Monday. So here we are, really cold temperatures and having to, stay in and stay alone and just be with our own cohorts. Well, I've got some ideas for how you can make this weekend just a little bit less stressful for you. I have a question to start with. When's the last time you had a good laugh? Like, not just a chuckle, but one of those deep, from the belly, howling laughs. How long has it been since someone said or did something so funny that you just couldn't stop yourself from laughing hysterically? Do you find yourself smiling even just remembering those times? Laughter is wonderful. It's contagious and it heals. It distracts us from what's hard in life and helps us to focus on the fun and the ridiculous. A good laugh brings in energizing oxygen into our organs and it actually increases endorphins in our brain. Laughter relaxes the brain and the body. It enhances our immune system. It can help diffuse tension in a relationship and create deeper connections with others. Laughing at ourselves can offset self criticism and promote self acceptance. I've often talked about Marsha Linehan, who is the creator of dialectical behavior therapy. And one of her strategies for helping people to deal with intense negative emotions is called half smiling. I think I mentioned it in a YouTube probably quite a few months ago. So, even just half smiling can change our feelings towards something or someone that we dislike. It can just create a more openness, a willingness to look at accepting something or someone that generally we don't find super duper pleasant. But half smiling can just take the physical into the mental and create change, create openness and acceptance. I've also heard of the term called yucking it up, which is basically just laughing hysterically just for the heck of it and knowing that it can change your mood. You act the behavior, you become, or you act the emotion, you become the emotion. It can change your mood, lighten the atmosphere, and yucking it up can even get people around you laughing. Laughing can be a strategy also of Marsha Linehan's called opposite action. So, for example, when a person feels like yelling, or they feel like venting, or they feel like crying it out, instead, finding a way to laugh it up, maybe putting on a comedy, a movie, or having a phone call with a friend that generally makes you laugh, can help to get through those more difficult feelings and create a sense of calm, relaxation, and happiness. When you have an urge to yell or cry, try laughing instead. So, what makes you laugh? It's different for all of us. Is it a clumsy pet? Knock knock jokes? Will Ferrell or Adam Sandler? Gilligan's Island reruns? A game of family charades? That friend who relentlessly reminds you of the ridiculous pranks that you pulled together in high school and blames it all on you? Watching sleeping cats inadvertently fall off the couch and fast forward over and over and over again? Find that thing. Find your thing, the thing or the person that makes you laugh, and spend time with them. Right now, we need laughter and relaxation and whimsy more than ever. We're halfway, we're already, I mean, we're already coming up to a 1 year anniversary of when our world shut down because of the pandemic. We're approaching a new three-phase restriction plan or easing of the restriction plan, but there's still lots of doubt and uncertainty surrounding all of that. So, in this time of February, this coldest month of the year, the time of restrictions, the time of confusion, take time to laugh. Relax that body, distract that mind, boost that immune system, and surrender to the hilarious. See how long you can laugh before your eyes leak or your mouth goes dry or, you feel like you have to run to the washroom. Ha ha ha. See if it makes a difference in how you feel physically and mentally. See if it makes a difference in how you respond to others and to the world. If it does, then take a dose of laughter at least once a day. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with more ideas and we'll just keep getting through this together. I want to also offer you a mindfulness. Let's do a mindfulness where we can actually think about the emotion that comes with laughter, something that makes us feel joyful. So, to prepare for this mindfulness, I'll get you to put both feet on the floor, to relax your body in whatever surface you're sitting on or lying on, and just closing your eyes or gently resting them on an object that's, not too far away and won't move or distract you in any way. Just resting your eyes on something gentle. And just coming to a place where you're focused inwards rather than outwards. So imagining that everything around you is just standing still for a moment as you look inside and start connecting with your inner experience. Let's use the breath as a way of stabilizing ourselves to this present moment. So, noticing how the breath comes in and out, acknowledging that the breath is always there, but we don't always attune to it. We don't always notice it. So, in this opportunity for greater awareness and attentiveness to our inner experience, let's focus in on that breath as it has been with us all along. So, just bringing your awareness to how your breath comes into your body and then how it's released from your body. As the breath comes through the mouth, into the throat, down through the chest and into the belly, just noticing how your body responds with a rhythm as that breath enters. And then as that breath comes out of your body, through your chest, your throat, and your mouth, noticing how your body responds with a rhythm as it exits the body as well. I'd like you to notice if your breath is cool or warm, if your breath is strong or weak, soft or rough, whatever qualities your breath is presenting, just noticing those without judgment, just as they are. If any thoughts, feelings, or physical sensations come to mind that are distracting, so thoughts or emotions about the past or about the future, just acknowledge them. Identify that they are there. And then bring your attention right back to your breath, to this present moment, to this time that you're taking for yourself to develop insight, to nurture yourself. And then bringing to mind a time in the recent the recent past or the distant past, bringing to mind an experience that made you laugh. Might have been something that you saw on TV or while you were out in the community. Might be something that someone else did or said, or it could be something that you did or said. Just bringing to mind that experience, trying to recall it in as much detail as possible. So, paying attention to the environment that it happened in, the details of that, attending to the details of who was in that environment. Was it you and another person? Was it you and a group of people? What you might even get as detailed as not only what you saw, but what you heard, what you smelled, what you could feel during that experience. And then as you recall that experience of that time when something funny happened, something that made you laugh, focus in on that feeling that you got, the feeling that occurred inside of you once somebody or you or something did or said something that really made you laugh. The emotion that happened just before you started to laugh, and then the emotion that persisted as you were laughing during this experience. Focusing in on that emotion, looking at or imagining what the emotion, what color it would be. If it was a shape, what shape would it be? Does it present an image? Does it feel familiar or strange? And what does it remind you of if it does feel familiar? Again, being curious with these thoughts and explorations into the emotion and the event and the people that were around while you were going through this event. And then immerse yourself in the experience of laughing. So, focusing in on the way your body responds to laughing. So, the way that your mouth changes, your tongue, your voice, the sounds coming from your throat. What happens to your shoulders as you're laughing? That hysterical laugh, that giggle. What's happening to your belly? What's happening to the rest of your body as you're experiencing that laughter? That laughter. They call it tickling your funny bone. Where would you say your funny bone is in your body? What part of your body is being stimulated by the laughter or even the thought of the laughter? And as you're laughing, what other emotions come up for you? Being curious about those emotions, not judging them as good or bad, right or wrong, but just being open to what comes up for you. Acknowledging that that is your experience and that's okay. That it is in you, it's a part of you, and that there's no need to deny it or avoid it. There's no need to become it either. It doesn't need to overtake you or overwhelm you. Just noticing it as a scientist would notice evidence. And noticing if there's any shifts inside of your experience. Do the emotions change? Do the physical sensations change? Have there been any changes to the way your breath is breathing through your body? If so, notice those changes with curiosity, consideration, compassion. And if not, that's okay too. Taking the experience for what it is. You might find that there's a part of you that keeps attracting your attention, whether it's a particular emotion or a physical sensation, a thought. And if so, take a moment to be present with that thing, that experience that keeps asking for your attention. Explore it a little more. Make room for it. Perhaps asking it what it wants or needs from you. Again, noticing if there's been any changes in your emotions, your physical sensations, your thoughts, or even your breath from the time that we started this mindfulness meditation to now. Being curious about that, compassionate, aware, and non judgmental. And then, as we start to work our way towards the ending of this mindfulness meditation, knowing that you can come back to this moment anytime, connecting with your emotions, connecting with your experiences of laughter, connection with that particular emotion that arises for you when you think of laughter. And then becoming more and more aware of your external environment, the sounds around you, the air that's against your face, the air that you're breathing now. Perhaps beginning to move in a way that is comfortable, shifting in your seat or wiggling your toes or your fingers, becoming more and more aware of your presence in this room, on this chair, or whatever structure you're placed upon. And then as you're ready, opening your eyes and returning to this discussion. I hope that meditation helped you to connect with emotions and parts of your inner experiences, that helped you to learn a little more about yourself and perhaps give you information about what you need right now to get through this cold weekend, this typically cold month, and this continuing pandemic. I would encourage you to take some time this weekend to find ways to laugh. And I want you to know that I'm not suggesting that intense pain or hurt or sadness or anxiety can be eliminated just by laughing. Not at all. In fact, in those situations, it would be important for you to get professional help or to do some more mindfulness where you can connect with those feelings. Be gentle, compassionate with yourself. Go slow and take your time. What I'm more encouraging is for people to use laughter in times where things just feel off, or they feel stuck, or they're just wanting an alternative to feeling negative. Because laughter can help our brains and our bodies to respond differently in times of distress. And it can even be just simply a distraction from tough times. So experiment with it, see what works for you. Different things work for different people. See when laughter is helpful for you and when it's not helpful for you. And take care of yourself and have a wonderfully relaxing and enjoyable weekend. We'll see you next time.